Coming up on Mountain News at 6, a partnership in Floyd County is providing opioid rescue kits to the community. And the Housing Development Alliance is continuing its efforts to rebuild homes more than a year after the flood.
And we stayed mild for much of this week, but some sweater weather is on the way. Your full forecast coming up as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
A partnership in Floyd County is hoping to provide second chances for those in need. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about Prestonsburg's new Narcan boxes.
A clear box with a clear mission.
This is a tool that will help them to overcome the possibility of a mother or father having to bury a child or a child having to bury a mother or father.
Opioid rescue kits are being installed throughout Floyd County as the Floyd County Health Department partners with organizations and local leaders to address a topic they believe has been stigmatized for too long.
Our hopes in this is putting it out in different areas throughout the county is that it's not necessarily for our participants that come to the harm reduction program, but for their family members or our community members.
The boxes, which include Narcan to help resuscitate someone experiencing an overdose, and informational guides on how to administer the nasal spray, are popping up in 3 new places in Prestonsburg as Police Sergeant Josh Hinkle works to help keep them stocked and ready to help anyone in need.
We're always thought of as we're going to enforce laws, but our first priority is saving lives.
Based on reports from the CDC, the number of overdose deaths in Kentucky nearly doubled between 2015 and 2021. And Public Health Director Marcia Ellis says Floyd County ranks 3rd in number of overdoses when broken down county by county.
We've all been touched by substance use in some regard, and we just want to do the best that we can do with what we have and get it out to our community to save our people.
So officials hope providing the kits outside of City Hall, at Archer Park, and at Fire Station 2 in the Lancer community will take away the stigma and provide direct access.
If you want to pick one up, you can. We're not videoing it. It's not a trick to bring people in. It's an opportunity for somebody to have access to the Narcan and save people's lives.
Checking all the boxes to help save lives. In Prestonsburg, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Kits are available also at Wheelwright Church, the David and Allen Fire Departments, and in the Printer community. We now know who the remains found last week in Moorhead belonged to. The Rowan County coroner says the medical examiner's office identified the remains as 55-year-old Brian Wayne Doyle of Cynthiana. Moorhead police began searching the area a week ago yesterday when someone found a skull. Crews continued searching the area the following day as well. A man who wandered away from a minimum security prison in Bell County has been caught. James Baker was taken into custody around 9:30 this morning. State police say officials with the Bell County Forestry Camp made the arrest about 7 miles from the prison. Baker was arrested without incident and was taken back to the prison. State police say he will face additional charges. In Whitley County, an investigation is underway after an inmate's death this past weekend. Kyle Barton was an inmate at the Whitley County Detention Center. Sheriff Bill Elliott says Barton was taken to Baptist Health Corbin on Saturday before being transferred to UK Hospital. Barton died early yesterday morning. His cause of death is still under investigation. Police say a man arrested after a traffic stop tried to give officers a false name of a wanted person. Corbin police said on social media an officer pulled over 30-year-old Michael Jones yesterday. During the stop, police say he gave officers a false name of someone who had several active warrants. Police say Jones also tried to destroy drug evidence that was in the car. Jones was arrested on several charges, including theft of identity of another without consent. A Knox County man is behind bars following a drug trafficking investigation. During a search of a home last week, the Knox County Sheriff's Department found 2 pounds of suspected meth, numerous fentanyl tablets, and 2 sets of digital scales. 31-year-old Harold Mills of Scalf was arrested and charged with 2 drug trafficking charges and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was taken to the Knox County Detention Center. Law enforcement in Harlan County are giving us a rare close behind-the-scenes look at the process of a drug bust tonight. The Harlan County Sheriff's Office is partnering with other agencies in the county to round up 20 people. WYMT's Jack Demler had the chance to catch up with Sheriff Chris Brewer, and Brewer says he wants traffickers to know they're looking for them.
That we've got several more, they've got several more, so I want these traffickers to be dwelling on that until we do our next one, you know, when it's their turn.
And we will have much more on this drug bust tonight at 11.
Well, the weather does not get much better than this for early October. Check out our live camera from the London Corbin Airport. We are dry, hardly a cloud in the sky. That temperature, though, a little bit warm at 81 degrees right now over at the airport. Most of us in the upper 70s and lower 80s, so we are above average on your Mondays. 78 for Pikeville, 80 in Jackson, 84 in Irvin, up to 85 over in Wayne County at Monticello at this hour. Up on the radar, we are dry, all thanks to high pressure, and this weather system will continue for your Tuesday and Wednesday, but change is on the way by Thursday, also into your Friday. But if you have any plans for this evening, some awesome weather does continue. We stay dry under that mainly clear sky. Those temperatures falling into the lower 60s and upper 50s as you wake up on Tuesday. But again, some rain chances on the way by Friday, then some cooler weather by this weekend. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. The Housing Development Alliance was created to build and rehab homes for low-income families. However, for the last 14 months plus, the organization has been instrumental in flood recovery. So far, the staff has rehabbed 40 homes, completed 12 builds, with 12 more under construction, one being the Combs family home they broke ground on a few months back. Today, WYMT's Olivia Calfee checked in on its progress.
When the Combs family broke ground on their home in July, this is a part of the story that Wilma Combs, the mom of 5, shared with me.
It's been rocky. It's been a lot of displacement. We've been all over the place. We've been in Stanton. We have been in Jackson. We have been in Hardshell. We have been in Powell County.
And just a couple of months later, the Housing Development Alliance staff is making great progress on the home. Lead carpenter Stephen Hurt says helping people like the Combs is what it's all about.
I guess the most important thing that we're all shooting for is to get these people back in a home. You know, that they lost everything they had, you know, and our goal is to try to do as much as we can, as quick as we can, to help those people out.
And quick is exactly what they are doing, going from foundation to looking like a home in a matter of a week, since the official building began towards the end of September. Mindy Miller says their carpenters are a blessing.
They realize how important it is that that family gets into a new home, and that, you know, this family in particular, they've got 5 kids. So, you know, you can imagine what it's like moving from place to place, not knowing where you're going to be next with that many children. And also, we have at least one member of our crew who's a flood survivor herself.
Her name is Sarah Wetmore, an HDA framing carpenter who says she understands. And that is why she wants to help families like the Combs.
I know what they lost and how important it is to have other people pitch in and help them when they don't have anything. You know, they're starting all over, most of them.
And there is plenty of positive progress. Miller says the kids picked out their bedrooms, and HDA staff is hoping the family can move in around Christmas. In Breathitt County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
The Housing Development Alliance is also committed to numerous homes for the various higher ground projects around the region, and they are expecting to start building homes in the Chestnut Ridge community in Knott County at the beginning of 2024. Nonprofit Samaritan's Purse was involved in cleanup efforts after the July 2022 flood, and now that group is working to help rebuild. Samaritan's Purse organizers met with county leaders to decide where a housing project would be best suited. Superintendent of the group, Curtis Bradley, says their mission is to help folks wherever the need is.
Through prayer and through other things, how we can better help the community. And in this case, we decided that we could help the community by establishing a rebuild camp. And a rebuild camp in this case was to find some property high and dry that will never get flooded.
The housing project is on top of a mountain near the Social Security office off Highway 15 in Jackson. We will have much more on this project coming up tonight at 11. Kentucky State Police held their 2023 softball tournament this past weekend. The tournament was dedicated to the family of KSB Sergeant and Harlan County native Jared Boggs. The event raised $5,000 for Boggs' family. Boggs died after a brief illness back in July.
Well, dry weather continues into this evening, but rain chances on the way later this week. All those details coming up. Plus,
one Eastern Kentucky World War II veteran is celebrating a very special day, 107 years in the making.